Good morning. This morning's homily comes from me, Lucia Cochran, Reverend Lucia Cochran, and I call it the horizon. It comes from conversations that my husband Dan and I have often in the car as we reflect on our lives and how we process our challenges or setbacks in order to get through things. I'm not going to get into it all, but it does make me think of an analogy that I would like to share with you this morning. It's just my way of expressing how I keep my eyes on the horizon, or my destination, or should I say, my truth. Imagine with me, if you will, that we are taking a trip across country by car, and we are starting in New Jersey and arriving in California in 2 weeks. We mapped out our trip according to what highways we will take, what rest stops we will break at to refuel, and what sites we would like to see along the way. And of course, what hotels we will sleep in. Just after a complete tune-up on our vehicle, we start along our way with a full tank of gas. We have a very structured, outlined plan and mindset of how we will go about our trip and how we plan on getting there and when. Our thoughts and feelings of anticipation about our trip are actually broadcasting excitement into the field of creating this adventure and are assisting us in creating this reality already before it even happens. You can feel the breeze of the Pacific Ocean on your skin and imagine the smell of the fresh salt air. You can picture the beautiful vast beaches. You can even see in your mind's eye the path along the beach where people are walking and running and jogging or whatever they're doing. You can hear the waves crashing on the beach as beach goers bathe in the sun on a clear blue day as someone is parasailing in the distance of the Pacific Ocean. By this vision, you are broadcasting a new electromagnetic signature into your energy field. One of peace, harmony, joy, relaxation, and excitement. You are already in the future, creating this existence before you even head out because you are allowing yourself to feel it and sense it. As you set off for your journey, you realize that once you get through a few states, that your oil engine light is on. So you stop and get it checked. And you realize not only do you need oil, you need a complete oil change. This is not part of your plan or in your budget. You move on from that and you get through a few more states and you realize you left your wallet with all of your credit cards at the last gas station you fueled up at a few hours ago. So you backtrack, you lose 3 hours or so, and when you get there, you find out that someone charged up a storm on your credit card. You call the credit card company, of course, you cancel the card, and you continue on your way. You're very grateful it wasn't your debit card, and you have other cards and other means to pay for things. But you do start to sense some questioning around your journey and decisions that you've made around it. You keep going, and another day goes by, and you are cruising along, and you hit a massive pothole and you get a flat tire. You plan for tire problems, of course, and in case something happens, you obviously have a spare. So when you go to your trunk to get your spare, you realize that it's flat for some reason. So now you have to call a tow truck. You get the car towed and you stay in a hotel for the evening. You're not even halfway to your destination yet. You start to wonder if you should proceed because you don't know if you will catch up and get back to your very structured plan. So I'm going to stop here because I think you all get it. Obviously, at this point, you forgot about the beautiful visions as you were setting off for your trip. The ocean, the beach, fresh salt air, all seem so distant and out of reach to you now. You are completely consumed by the circumstances and detours that have been blocks along the way and are blocking your vision to your horizon or the destination. Now, I can relate to this in the past 5 years of my life as an analogy. And I am sure many of you can as well. at least in this past year or so. The obstacles that I have faced and my family have been insurmountable. The illusion of being trapped has overwhelmed me many times, pre, during, and I believe we're heading towards post-pandemic. I let the obstacles, setbacks, and challenges take my eyes off my dreams, wishes, and affect my optimism many times. I have been fortunate enough to have educated myself over the years, though, to recognize this pattern and mindset. This perception or reaction to things that I felt was unfavorable at times is and was usually a byproduct of my programming that I feel I have fallen prey to. But once I notice this and recognize this, I learn, or I decide to, become detached from the circumstances and obstacles, and I put my eyes back on the horizon. I become the observer of it all, as if I'm watching myself in a movie or a play. I remind myself often to trust that somehow I will get to my final destination, because I learned how to somehow choose to feel and think that I will. I try to hover over my obstacles with an awareness that they are here for a reason. I can do this not only because I have studied and practiced it. I have experienced proof that there is something greater than me and in charge of my life during all of it as well. And once in a while, it definitely peeks its head in when I am overwhelmed and at my wit's end or ready to throw in the towel, and lets me know that it is greater than me and that things will pass. That's when I put my focus back on the horizon, the big picture. And I am able once again to see my hopes and dreams and wishes when this happens. I do know that when I am not applying this practice or awareness, I lose my sense of enchantment with life. But I choose to focus daily on the knowledge that this greater intelligence is in charge of all of it and is flowing through me and will handle it. And I make a conscious choice to allow myself to be connected to it and have it flow through me, and to remember that I am it. I work effortlessly to keep my eyes on the horizon. And I choose to feel the excitement, peace, and joy as I attempt to hover over obstacles. I am continuously pulling myself out of emotions when I recognize that they are not serving me well. I attempt daily to keep my electromagnetic signature in the field of creation and potentiality, and to be aligned with the source of all creation. The more you recognize each challenge or setback, perhaps even maybe heartache, as an opportunity to do this, the more you will see that things pass, or that we get through it somehow, or even we heal to some extent. We learn coping skills and tools along the way as well, and we get through it. These lessons and tools assist us to be more equipped to handle the next thing and battle as it arrives, because it usually does. A thought without an emotion is called wisdom, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza. And don't get me wrong, I often question myself. I ask Dan and my family and loved ones often if they think I am delusional and living in a fairy tale world, if I am denial of my emotions. It is a crazy life in a world that we live in. We are going to react to things and feel intense emotions, and sometimes even lash out. And trust me, I do. We are going to have meltdowns and fits at times, and I do. We are human, and it is to be expected. But the trick is to learn to not stay there in that reaction, and I don't. The wisdom or awareness of this allows us to recognize when we are stuck in the reaction, and it is empowering. And just when you think you are all finished and learning and all empowered, guess what? Another curveball comes, or a flat tire. But how do we not let things in our external environment affect us and keep us from staying in a place of reacting? How do we learn to gather tools from our experiences and move to a place of awareness and put our attention back on positive emotions during times of discordance and chaos? Well, I noticed for myself that when I am reacting unfavorably to something, and I notice it, I ask, first of all, is this in or out of my control? Second of all, is there anything I can do about it or even change it? Is this a waste of my energy? And is it going to matter in a week, a month, or even a year from now? Is the energy that I am expending on this situation worth taking my awareness and energy away from me and this very moment? Usually not to any of that. But is it creating such discordance in me that I feel disconnected from source and this present moment? Yeah, it is, usually. So, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the present moment is all we really have, and it's all that is real. Most of us spend our time reminiscing or thinking and placing our awareness and attention in past events that are fueling emotions in this present moment. Do these things even matter anymore? Have the other people in the situation moved on? Probably. And when we're not doing that, we often place our attention in the future, anticipating things that create anxiety, fear, worry, or concern. We truly cannot predict the outcome of things in life. Our free will, other people's free will around events and circumstances may change the direction of anything we are assuming or predicting. A common theme I most recently find in my private practice with my clients has been self-punishment programs that have been running. In other words, people not being happy with themselves and being very difficult on themselves because of the way they handled something or reacted to something. Spirit says often, I find myself telling them, Spirit is saying, don't be so hard on yourself and cut yourself some slack. We are all doing our best, especially under these circumstances, most difficult times, and in these uncharted waters that we are all living in. We are all learning new ways to navigate through life recently. We are all facing issues that our toolbox may not be equipped for dealing with, and we are learning and developing new tools to deal with things. At the end of the day, it's all just a distraction from source. The highest vibration of love that we truly are. And when we obtain this awareness, it's like unlocking a door and opening a door that has been closed for a very long time. It is freedom, and only you have the key. Of course, we are a work in progress, and we wouldn't be here if we still didn't have work to do and we still didn't need to learn and grow. I believe this strongly, but I do choose, and I do find that having this awareness makes things go much easier and allows me to navigate through life much more effortlessly than when I didn't have this awareness. The trick is, to all of it, we must love ourselves enough to let the vibration of love flow through our lives. And don't let yourself get stuck in the reaction. And don't let the reaction take your eyes off the horizon. This place of peace and love that I'm speaking about, where you want to be, what you want to be. I clear blocks often with Archangel Raphael in the Heart Space Energy Center. I basically say, and call upon you, Archangel Raphael. Thank you for removing all worries, blocks, and concerns and fears regarding love. Allow me to give love and receive love freely. Allow me to trust, but not blindly. And allow me to love myself enough to be loved, for I am love. I invite you to practice this. Start by placing your awareness on following your breath and get present in the present moment when things are going awry. Be here and now. It's all that really truly matters. Love is where you will experience this pure vibration of love in the present moment. Or find a technique or a way that works best for you. Maybe try focusing your attention on a positive thought when things don't look like they're going well, and switch it to a positive thought, a positive outcome. That's something that will create an elevated emotion. And try to do this and practice it as much as possible. I trust you that more you do this, the more you will feel at peace and control of your reactions and not stay in them. This is what helps me feel connected to Source and realize that separation from our Creator is just an illusion. And I just wanted to share that with you today. Love yourself enough to do this and allow peace in your life. And you will attract love and happiness and joy from that space. This is the key to getting to your destination and keeping your eyes on the horizon. Feel it now, and so it is. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you. And now we come to our meditation. So I'm going to ask everybody to just put your feet on the floor and take 3 really good deep breaths in. Breathing in, out. Breathing in and out. And as you breathe in, place your awareness on the area around your navel, your belly button. Feel your belly rise and fall with every breath. As you breathe in, imagine the warmth of the sun shining at the top of your head. And as you feel the warmth, you realize this is the presence of Spirit, God, our Creator. Draw the warmth of Spirit through the crown of your head, down your navel. As you breathe again, you feel the warmth reach your hips, your thighs, your knees, and finally your toes. As you're breathing in again, you're feeling this energy reaching to the core of the earth, the molten center. Breathing in, noticing how wonderful this feels. As you're breathing in, you're noticing dark, cold places of your body or mind. Allow the light from Spirit to flow into these places, down from Spirit and up from the earth center. Do not force it. If the cold, dark places do not want to lighten, simply send them love. Place your attention back on your navel and feel the warmth of Spirit. And affirm with me the following. I am a powerful spiritual being living here and now. I have thoughts, but I am not my thoughts. I let go of negative thoughts and I let them float away. I change my thoughts to promote healing and happiness. I have emotions, but I am not my feelings. I relax and let go of destructive energies. I turn toward peaceful feelings now. I remember loving times and hold love and joy in my heart. I imagine a glowing flame making me warm and comfortable. I accept love and joy right now because I am eternal spiritual being and I let go of fear. I have no fear, for God is here, and I relax. and trust. Spirit and I are one. An infinite radiant love surrounds me now. I am one with divine love, and love is powerful. Through the power of spirit, I can do what needs to be done. Spirit and I are one, and all is well. And so it is. We call upon you, Archangel Raphael, to heal our heart chakra and energy center, infusing us with healing white light, love, and protection. We thank you for all of your gifts of love, allowing us to be loved and receive love and trust, but not blindly. Allow us to love ourselves enough to accept love and be loved and have love in our lives. Thank you. Take another deep breath in, throw it out. On your next inhale, you're going to bring yourself back to the middle, filling up with love, peace, light, and harmony, and carry this throughout your day and your week. Thank you. May the light of God surround you, the love of God enfold you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watch over you. Wherever you are, may God be. And so it is. Thank you. Blessings to everyone.